You turn on the bathroom light in the middle of the night and freeze. There is something sitting on the white tile. It looks like torn off fake eyelashes that suddenly came to life and ran up the wall. To you, I am a nightmare from a horror movie. The demon of the damned. You reach for a slipper to smear me across the tile. Wait, what? Are you serious? You want to kill the only one who cleans your house of cockroaches, bedbugs, and spiders for free? I am a house centipede. I am the most perfect, fast, and ruthless predator in this apartment. I'm awake. I am awake. Where am I? A dark, damp crack behind your washing machine. Welcome to the world of speed. Awakening in speed. I wake up. I have excellent faceted eyes, unlike many other underground predators. But in this darkness, vision isn't the main thing. I have two incredibly long antennae on my head. They scan the air, catching the slightest changes in temperature and smells. My body consists of 15 segments, and on each segment, a pair of long, incredibly flexible legs. 30 legs in total. Thanks to them, I can accelerate up to 16 inches per second. On a human scale, that's like running at the speed of a race car. Weapons and hunting, I smell something. A greasy, mustached smell. Somewhere under the bathtub, a large brown cockroach is crawling. It reeks of rot and old garbage. I don't build webs, and I don't wait in ambush. I am a sprinter. I fly out from under the machine like a bullet. The cockroach spots me and tries to escape. Too slow? I catch up to it in a fraction of a second. Do you think I'm going to bite it with my mouth? Mistake. My first pair of legs evolved into deadly venomous fangs called forcipules. I wrap the cockroach in my 30 legs like a living cage, and then I plunge my syringe legs into it. The venom instantly paralyzes its nervous system. My dinner is ready. Sacrifice and escape, I am calmly eating my prey when the floor starts to shake. It's you. You came back with a slipper after all. Smack. The rubber hits the tile a millimeter away from me. The slipper pins down 3 of my back legs. I don't panic. I have a signature trick. With a sharp jerk, I simply detach these 3 legs from my body. This is called autotomy. My severed legs stay on the floor and continue to twitch wildly, distracting your attention. While you stare in horror at these twitching eyelashes, I am already disappearing under the bathtub. Don't worry about my legs. During my next molt, they will grow back completely. Gentle monster. You consider me a bloodthirsty monster, but you've never seen me as a mother. When it's time to breed, I don't just lay eggs and abandon them. I lay several dozen eggs in the damp soil, and then I wrap my 30 legs around them, forming a tight, leaping basket. I stay like this for several weeks. I don't eat. I don't hunt. I just protect them. If mold starts to grow on an egg, I gently lick it clean with my mouth. I guard them from other predators and fungi, slowly starving to death. And even when the tiny, transparent babies hatch, they stay with me for a few more weeks, until their shells harden. Underneath my terrifying armor beats the heart of a very devoted mother. Hiding, I sit in the safe darkness. After running and fighting, I got dirty. For me, cleanliness is a matter of survival. If my sensors get clogged with dust, I won't be able to hunt. I begin a complex ritual. I take each of my remaining 27 legs and slowly pass it through my mouth. From the base to the very tip, I lubricate and clean each leg with my enzymes. I am the cleanest creature in your house. It takes hours, but the result is worth it. Winter and water, what is death to me? It's dryness. My shell cannot retain moisture as well as insect shells do. If the air gets dry, water will start evaporating from my body. I will simply dry up and turn into a brittle husk in a couple of days. That is exactly why I live in your bathroom and basement. Pipes are always leaking there, condensation drips, and there is a pleasant, life-saving dampness. In winter, when snow falls outside, I don't go anywhere. Your heating dries out the air, so I squeeze as deep as possible into the plumbing shafts, where there is always water. The meaning of life, you scream in terror when you see me on the wall. You poison me with chemicals. But you don't understand one simple thing. I don't eat your food. I don't ruin your furniture. I don't drink your blood like bedbugs do. I feed on those who drink your blood and ruin your food. I devour flies, bedbugs, silverfish, spiders, and cockroaches. I am your free autonomous exterminator robot. Leave me alone, and no other creature will ever infest your bathroom. I am the guardian of your cleanliness.
Author's note. The house centipede, Scutigera coleoptrata, is a predatory centipede originally from southern Europe, but over time it has spread worldwide, becoming a common inhabitant of human dwellings. Despite its terrifying appearance, it is one of the most beneficial neighbors a human can have. Now the answers to the craziest questions about house centipedes. Do house centipedes bite, and is their venom dangerous? House centipedes don't have teeth in the traditional sense. They bite using modified front legs, forcipules. Piercing human skin is incredibly difficult for them, and they only do it in self-defense if pressed against the body. If a house centipede does manage to bite, it feels like a weak bee sting. The redness will fade after a couple of hours. Their venom is deadly to insects but absolutely harmless to humans, dogs, and cats. Is it true that centipedes can have 40 legs? An adult house centipede always has exactly 15 pairs of legs, 30 in total. Interesting fact, they are born with only 4 pairs of legs. With each molt, when they shed their old exoskeleton, they add new segments and new pairs of legs until they reach 30. The last pair of legs is so long that it is often confused with their antennae. What happens if you draw a circle around it with a marker? Centipedes rely on their sensitive antennae, which detect chemicals in the air. The harsh, toxic smell of the alcohol from the marker will create an uncomfortable barrier for it. It will stop and start cleaning its antennae. But unlike blind termites, whose trails are destroyed by chemicals, the house centipede has excellent vision. Realizing the path is blocked by a smell, it will easily jump or run right over the marker line if it feels threatened. Have centipedes been to space? Unlike flies, 1947, spiders, 1973, and even ants, centipedes are not popular astronauts. They haven't been sent to the ISS. The reason is simple. They require specific live prey. They won't eat dry food, and a perfect level of humidity, making them very problematic passengers for orbital experiments. Can you keep a house centipede as a pet? Enthusiasts often keep giant tropical scolopendras, but keeping our house centipede is difficult. In a terrarium, it is very hard to maintain the right balance of dampness so it doesn't dry out, and ventilation so it doesn't get moldy. Plus, it needs a constant supply of live cockroaches or crickets. Most people prefer to just let them live free range in the bathroom. How long do they live? For their small size, house centipedes are incredibly long-lived. While a fly lives a couple of weeks and a mosquito a month, a house centipede can live from 3 to 7 years. That's years of non-stop pest hunting in your home. How ancient are these creatures? Centipedes are living fossils. They were among the very first creatures to crawl out of the ocean and onto land. Their ancestors roamed the earth over 400 million years ago. They appeared long before the first dinosaurs and survived all mass extinctions on the planet. The monster running across your bathroom is an ancient, perfect survival machine. What is the largest centipede in the world? Your house centipede is a tiny, harmless relative of true monsters. The world record holder is the Amazonian giant centipede, Scolopendra gigantea. It grows up to 12 inches, 30 centimeters long, and can hunt mice, lizards, and even catch bats in midair while hanging from the ceiling of a cave. Do house centipedes sleep? Yes, they are primarily nocturnal, and during the day they hide in narrow dark cracks, behind baseboards, under the bathtub, in vents, where it's damp and safe. They enter a state of rest, but their antennae continue to monitor the air. If you enjoyed this inside look at the most beneficial predator in your bathroom, be sure to watch our previous video. 24 hours in the life of a cellar spider. You will find out how does a fragile cellar spider kill giant tarantulas and black widows. Why do they shake violently and turn invisible when you get too close? Is it true that they have the deadliest venom in the world? And why did spiders travel to space in 1973? The answers to these questions will change how you look at the world beneath your feet. Click the next video.